Welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Violet Blind. I always have to do that to stop. Again! No. Just stop. We'd like to click it. It's literally because I haven't played the Switch since I last recorded, so it's like, whatever this stupid update thing is all like, you still haven't done that. Yeah, I've said it many times, I'll say it again. You know? Well, have they really? I mean, I guess games have, improved over the years, but at the same time, we definitely lost a lot from the, back in the day gaming. It's like games have more content than they did back in the day, but they're a lot buggier than they were back in the day. And you got all this online crap to deal with. It's like, it would be all great if it frickin' worked, instead of charging us just to frickin' trade Pokemon players, even though I could do that in Sun and Moon for free. I'm still salty about that. Honestly, of all the problems this game has, that is the one thing I have the biggest pet peeve with, honestly. It's like, I can take everything else, but that, inexcusable. It's like, I don't know, I feel like after a good 3 years of being, maybe like, over half a decade, I never really, did the DLC stuff at all for anything up until I think I got the original Drascule Evolution. And by the time I, finished with the first game, got the majority of all DLCs, second game, got most of the DLCs. And at some point, I realized I was paying way more for the DLCs and stuff like that it cost more overall in the long run than the game itself. And, from then on, I've kind of soured on stuff like that. Now I'm like, you know what? No. It's like, I wait for it to be on sale and stuff like that, and in some cases, just outright like, no. Like in the case of this, It's like, oh, so I'd have to pay a presumably monthly subscription for a service that I would only ever use for one game, just to trade a few Pokemon. It just doesn't seem worth it. It's the same reason I don't have the, PlayStation subscription thing, because it's like, I mean, I guess you get like a free game every now and then, I guess, and there's some other things to it. I'm not sure what Nintendo offers. But, on the PlayStation side, it'd be like, just so I can get those damn multiplayer trophies that aren't really multiplayer because they're online, but it's against bots. I'm looking at you, Digimon Cybersleuth, damn trophy. At one point, it actually worked. I was able to play it online, then suddenly it didn't work anymore. And you have to have this subscription just to do that, even though it's up against freaking bots. Oh, I hate modern gaming. It's so annoying. But then I play games that I, played in my childhood, like Timesplitters, and I'm like, maybe I've just become jaded. Maybe it's both. Because even playing that, I'm like, it's just not as fun as I remember it being. Maybe it's because I'm, trying to play all the challenges and all that in those games. But to be honest, I'm gonna say something very controversial here. This is like the equivalent of that scene in Family Guy, where he's like, I didn't care for The Godfather. I didn't care much for Timesplitters 2. He's like, blasphemy! Get those bats and Gengar and take this peasant out of here. You're not welcome here. Just, I don't know, Timesplitters 2 just doesn't do it for me in the same way Perfect Age. The aiming is a lot clunkier. And it's a lot more challenging, which I suppose that means some appeal, but my god. I just don't find it as enjoyable. But everywhere I look it up, it's always Timesplitters 2 is the best game ever out of the series. Like, I prefer Pitch Perfect, and even that I've kind of like when I push myself to my limits too much with the challenges and arcade stuff, which I'm not, you know, an expert with, and I get annoyed, that kind of sours the experience. That's basically how it is. So yeah, I prefer Perfect Up Timesplitters 2. Like, if you prefer Timesplitters 2 and all that, right? But I just like, yeah, I prefer the charm of the sequel. I guess it also depends on which one you played first. So, you know, I guess that also comes into play. Always loved playing the campaign multiplayer and stuff like that. Huge privilege. What am I even doing anyway? Look at this picture. This is the concept art of... maybe it's the concept art of the gym. Yeah, it's like, I remember playing Timesplitters 2 back in the day as well. I can't remember when I played it, but it was hard as shit. That game's significantly harder than Picture Perfect, especially the campaign. Actually, I think mostly just the campaign. The arcade challenges weren't really that bad, except for, you know, they're having a fetish for that stupid scrapyard freaking map and be like, here's a bunch of rocket launchers, go wild. It's like, no, this map sucks. And this freaking weapon sucks, because it's just impossible to aim with, and it just destroys everything. I'm like, ah! Not as bad as that stupid Zeppelin freaking level. That one sucks. Ooh. Anyways, let's go attend some classes. The previous part currently has 0 views, and the previous part of the Persona 3 Let's Play that I have uploaded also has 0 views, and coincidentally, they're both about 1 second apart in length. 53 minutes. Let's try not to go overboard on the length this time. You'd like art with Mr. Hassel, but it's not a hassle. He's the Pokemon guys. Lessons begin soon, don't be tardy. We have evening classes too. Greetings, I am Hassel. I will be teaching this art class. It is a pleasure to meet you all. We have a Gyarados, an Eevee, a Phanpy, is it called a Didini? I forget what that one's called. A Ditto, a Catnip. And 2 students just randomly, well, 3 students, 4 students down. Now let me be candid for 1 moment. I imagine that many of you will forget all that you learned in this class was in regiment. I feel like that's the case for a lot of school, really, isn't it? It's like, you learn a lot of things, but how many of those things stick with you afterwards? After all, you don't need even a basic understanding of art, much less a refined appreciation of beauty for most exams or jobs. It's even worse nowadays. Stupid AI. It's Nick and James! I mean, it's kind of ridiculous, really, isn't it? How fast AI is advanced. It was like, only just a few years ago, I was like, hey, look at that, man, they can't even freaking generate hands and fingers right. Which, to be fair, even human artists, you know, regular people struggle drawing hands. But the difference in the quality is insane, how fast it's gone. It's concerning in some ways. So is my class a waste of time? I think not, at least I certainly hope it isn't. And if you submit AI art to me, I will kick you in the testicles. And even if you don't have testicles, you will feel like you have testicles when I kick you down. Think for a moment, all of you, what is beauty anyway? What makes something beautiful? That's in the eye of the beholder, isn't it? Interesting, thank you, Emily. Oh, I don't mean to suggest that's the correct answer to my query. The important thing is that you all take time and think about it. Think about why we might find beauty in a flower blooming on the side of the road, for example. Question why the sky is different shade of blue than the orange or why the leaves change color. Ponder the windmills of our sun and how they move, very slowly and attached. Contemplate the chilling bite of the waters of Saguaro. I'm sure you will find that every little detail of your lives will seem more vivid or impactful if you just take a moment to stop and think. It's kind of weird seeing this guy actually look enthusiastic despite his, dead inside eyes. I guess once he gets talking about art, it kind of livens up. And I am certain that if you stop and truly appreciate the beauties of this world, it will help pull you through the days where your studies have been exhausted or when work has dampened your spirits. I mean, tell that to Larry, he needs it. Ah, do pardon me for waxing philosophical. You don't need to understand all that now. To put it simply, it is true that one doesn't need art to survive, but it certainly makes surviving much more enjoyable. How do you think about a world without art? It would be freaking... Might as well just be a complete dystopian hellhole, honestly, without art. There's that guy right there on the right at the desk. Has he got a bit of a receding hairline there? It's like nowadays with my hair thinning on the top, I'm like, yeah, I don't know if it's just bad luck with the genetics or if it's simply stress or both, because they're like, my hair. It is my hope that this class will add to even a little bit of color to your lives. That's all for today. Next time we'll try a more hands-on approach to appreciating beauty. I know you could take that logic as well to what I was talking about with design skills, you know? It's the eye of the beholder. I prefer Picture Perfect, some prefer Timesplitters too. I just can't get my head around the aiming. It's like when you aim in Picture Perfect, it feels like it works. One thing I don't like in any of the games is I don't really play first-person shooter games. Because one, outside of, a few games that never really appealed to me, and two, I suck at them, but that's partially probably due to the fact that I don't really play them. What else? I can't really think of any other ones. It's like, first-person shooter games I've actually played. It's like I've never played a single Call of Duty in my entire life, not a single one, no interest. Army shit just does not interest me at all, military crap and all that, and I'm like, nah. But no, if it happens to be a part, like that's the main gameplay, but it's not in that setting, then it works. Like Timesplitters, that's got a variety there. And Fear, I played Fear 1 and 2, that's technically a first-person shooter, but that's because it's a horror game, so check it out, enjoy it. First game's hard as shit though. It's like, and the funny thing about Fear, right? I feared the AI opponents, the enemies, more than, the supernatural crap going on, because, you just be minding your own business and like, he's over there, it's like, ah shit, where are they, where are they? I suck at first-person shooters. Especially, that's another thing, I suck at using snipers in first-person shooter games, man. Those freaking... The two hardest freaking levels in the game in particular for me are that freaking first Harry Tipper level and the next to last level. Because you got a sniper section, basically. You gotta protect some idiots while being an idiot because your aim sucks. Maybe it's all down to the fact that, I've never really got my head around the mouse and keyboard thing, but, people say that it's easier on computer, PC and all that, with mouse and keyboard to play those kind of games. I imagine that's probably where it would come in. The aim would be a lot smoother, but it's clunky with a controller, and it always has been for this. Using a sniper rifle is such a bitch. Where was I going with all that anyway? Oh yeah, and then other ones, you know, like Bioshock, like that as well, like Bioshock. I find it funny, it's like, everyone raves about the third game, but that's the one I haven't actually played. It's like, I liked the first game, like the second game. It's like, I think I enjoyed the second one more than the first one. I don't know, maybe gameplay wise it felt better, I'm not sure. The first one definitely had a pretty good story though. The second one's story was alright as well. But you know, when you put all that together, those are basically the first video games I played, so I'm not exactly experienced in the genre, because I can't think of any other ones I played. I think I might have, at the briefest point, played Killzone. Like, very briefly, like so briefly it was probably just a few minutes at most. Because I remember having the game, but that's not it. Anyways, let's get to class. Like home ec with Mr. Saguaro. That the guy with the mustache and beard. Well, just the mustache. I see we have some energetic young ones and aren't fast this time around. You may call me Mr. Saguaro. I look like I'd fit in Dragon Ball Z. I'm thinking that simply because he kind of reminds me of, what was his name? Mr. Satan, which is a wild name to have, honestly. What it was spelled Satan, right? I don't know, is it just me? The mustache, however, and the eyebrows are giving me like Heihachi Mishima vibes. This is an alternate universe where Heihachi Mishima was actually more into cooking instead of, you know, throwing his family members off cliffs. Your time here with me will be spent obtaining knowledge and skills indispensable for daily life. Many of you have left the care of your parents to live here on your own in your candidate offspring. Also, I've only just now noticed Arvin's here. It makes sense for him to attend a class like this, though, because, you know, he's into the sandwiches. I pray that the knowledge I impart to you will improve the quality of your lives and the necessities thereof: food, clothing, and shelter. Of these three categories, I assume the most pressing and interesting for you all is food. When you eat sandwiches on your picnics, the HP of your party Pokemon will be restored. You will also gain something called meal powers, which can provide all manner of benefits. For example, these powers can make Pokemon easier to catch or increase the XP points that your Pokemon receive. I think you will also find that the breadth of these effects can be expanded by crafting sandwiches of superb flavor. What's more, there is something that is particularly important if we wish to receive meal powers or meal raw health effects. Let me see, Miss Emily Bay. Tell me, what must you keep in mind to receive even more help from meal powers? I don't know, honestly. Because maybe that's like, maybe that's why we have to come to this class. It's like, that'll get you more than 3 stars. You can go up to 5, maybe even 10. Well, keep in mind, because honestly, if it's really, I mean, they do give you a timer, but if that's really the whole thing about it, that seems like it'd kind of go against it, wouldn't it? Because if you prepare something fast, you're not really, you know, putting much thought into it. You're more likely to just kind of half-ass it. I don't know, maybe put your heart into it. Ah, that is an interesting take, though not exactly what I was looking for. I suppose you are correct in a sense. What is it, sir? Your choice of ingredients, including both fillings and condiments, is an important factor in gaining even more health from your powers. For example, using sweet ingredients in your sandwiches may help you gain egg power. But we don't get to choose our ingredients though, really, it's just there by default, isn't it? Including numerous bitter ingredients, on the other hand, can gain you item drop power. Learning to aim for specific effects when crafting sandwiches will almost certainly make your culinary endeavors more enjoyable. Please be aware, however, that you can also receive meal powers by eating at restaurants. I must say that I would feel the utmost joy if you all learned much here in my class and came to better understand home ec. class. Our time together has come to an end today. I bid you all farewell. How is it still evening? Seriously. When there's any staff members I want to talk to. No. The art teacher. Why, if it isn't Emily May, I have a question for you. You find my class difficult? It's just right for me. That is certainly good to hear. It's like I still have a vivid memory of school when, you know, I had an art class, because I can't remember what it was. I think it was like a cow skull or something. I was like, okay, there's a cow skull, put it on the table, sketch it. And that's what I did. And you know when they give you like some kind of mark where they add, you know, like a little extra to the thing when it's like, yeah, that one was good. That's what I got for that. So you know, I could have excelled at art. It's just that it was too stressful. Not the art class, the school in general. Like by that point, I was just like, the anxiety was too much. So Emily May, it's like once you get from, you know, having one class for everything to multiple classes over multiple buildings towering over you, so many other students, hardly any familiar faces, it was like, ooh, I don't know how the hell people manage. You choose to take on the host to take on the gyms as part of your trip rights. That must mean you like Pokemon battles, is that correct? One naturally becomes skilled at doing what they enjoy. That must be why you are so strong. What if I said no? It's like, nah, I don't really like that or with my Pokemon. I like making sandwiches more. Ah, who forgive me for springing such an odd question upon you so suddenly. I often find myself pondering the nature of strength these days. Anyway, thank you again for your input, Edmund. Came slightly closer to Mr. Hassel. Sam, how do you pronounce his name? What is the true meaning of strength, I wonder? It means crushing my enemies. No. I mean, that is a kind of strength, but it doesn't, you know, that's not all there is. The strength is, you know, being physically strong. So I'm just like, but no, I feel like kind of softness from the statue. I'm gonna see if it's really loud. What a mystifying piece. I just picture he doesn't even realize that there's a Jigglypuff right next to him, and that's why he thinks it's alive because it's making noises, but it's a Jigglypuff right next to him. Yeah, just scribble something down, you gotta be good, so to really be art, we must ist. Yes, artist. You put them together and you become an artist. What is an ist? It comes in all kinds of different colors, but I like the red ones best. I don't even know how to pronounce that right. I don't even know what the hell you're even talking about. Don't worry, we'll get back to the road soon-ish. Welcome to the home economics class. I consider this to be my very own castle source. Miss Emily May from Class 1A. Rumors of your activities always seem to be bombarding me from all sides. From all sides, my activities. Indeed, people from all over have been talking about how strong of a battle you are, and the amazing Pokemon you take along with you, and the subpar sandwiches that you eat. You are quite the object of everyone's interest, though I imagine that may be a ball for you.
Home economics classroom is something of a place of rest for academy students. Here they delight in sharing the latest gossip and delight while enjoying a light snack. Mostly sandwiches. You come up quite often in these talks recently this every day, so much so that I find myself intrigued. If it is not a burden for you, I would very much enjoy having you come see me again sometime.
I am slightly closer with Mr. Saguaro. Saguaro Mishima.
Please feel free to relax and unwind if you wish. No need to concern yourself with me. No need to concern the fact that I've given this guy the same voice I gave the other guy that I'm talking to. It's just, when it comes to certain characters, I just give them a kind of a deep, generic voice.
It's best and delicious. I'm so full of water. You know, a lot of the human body's made up of water, you know. Wild, isn't it? My grave here is our little secret guide, the one that Captain has always been used. Well, you know, if anyone comes to class, they know it's there. There sure are a lot of Pokemon running free around campus, just like these ones here. They will see the shop at meal times. And yet we're not allowed to let all Pokemon out, but these Pokemon can go all around, all willy-nilly. Discrimination. Discrimination against us, I say. This is probably his Delbert as well. Well, the answer might simply be Game Freak weren't able to figure out how to incorporate the interior buildings to work well with this kind of stuff. So they were just like, no, you're not allowed, even though you always see Pokemon inside buildings. And you're not allowed to use your phone even in your own dorm room. Because I guess they take it, you know, seriously. Like, you know, in schools nowadays, at least in some schools, you can't, you know, take your phone with you. It's like, not even when you're living on campus can you do that. I mean, you get to keep your phone with you at all times, just you're not allowed to use it unless you're outside. Is this teacher ever gonna teach a class? It's like, what do you even teach here? We haven't seen you at all. Oh, Emily May, I have glasses, but I don't ever wear them for some reason. I just keep them here. Did you come all the way here to the staff room just to see me? All the way here? Sure did. It's like, I'm wondering, how'd you end up with that hairstyle? It makes you look like, I don't know, it makes me think of a Voltorb a bit, honestly. Haha, seems I finally made it into the hearts of my students. That makes me très happy. You cannot pronounce shit, can you? After all, like I said in class, communication is very important. I suck at that. If there's anything you're confused about in class, or if you're having trouble here at the academy, you can always come here and tell me. Tonami Salvatore, your friend Salvatore. That is, yes. This really would have helped if they had voice acting in these games. Because when you throw in, you know, all the languages that I'm not super good at, I, you know, butcher the pronunciation entirely. Now sometimes I butcher words that are English as well. It happens. You became slightly closer with Mr. Salvatore. Oh, what? You know what? I gotta check that. Gonna bug me otherwise. Yeah, it was the guy I was thinking of. It's like, now just picture him with that mustache. He's Salvatore Dali, the Spanish artist. They're going to... Wait. But we already have an art teacher and he's not you. But imagine if the art teacher was called Salvatore. It's like, are you going to be like teaching us abstract kind of arts? You know, kind of surreal stuff. It's like, now I'm the language teacher. Yes, Emily May from Class 1A. The way you conduct yourself in my class and the answers you give to my questions, I admit they pique my interest. You are quite the interesting pupil, I must say. Tell me, Emily May, given a choice, which do you prefer? Things of old or things that are new? Older stuff. Ah, so you prefer the things of the past, you. The potential I saw in you was real after all. I mean, you know, I'm interested in history. It's like, it really does feel like a lot of, I don't know if necessarily is what I don't know, it feels like history is kind of lost on some people. Doomed to repeat the same mistakes of the past over and over again. I've just always been kind of interested in history. It's always in a kind of past. It feels like maybe that's just me in a nutshell, really. It's like always looking back, never forward. That's my life in a nutshell. Depressing. But, you know, also in the case of, you know, stuff like this, like history. It's like doing Blade Family Tree stuff, that's part of history too, isn't it? Furthest I've got back in time is the 1700s. And then there's, you know, since, you know, a kid, you know, interested in dinosaurs and all that, and, you know, some people do just grow out of that. No, I still have an interest in dinosaurs. It's like I find it interesting, you know, all this stuff, you know? Whether it be ancient past, or, you know, humanity, or even prior to humanity's existence, because we haven't been around here all that long. Just a very few short little million years, and even then, in our current state where, you know, we evolved to how we look, probably less than that even. It's insane, you know? We've come so far, and we destroy ourselves with each passing century with our stupidity. Now I'm depressed. Well, I was depressed already, so... Yes, this one may indeed be of good use to me someday. Ah, you can disregard that. I was simply thinking out loud. I enjoyed our little conversation today. You have my thanks. Let me get slightly closer with Miss Rifles. Another problem with history is how it's taught. You know? Because history is such a big topic overall that, you know, when it comes to... What is it? Did you see that? You turned the page and there was a delay. That's a paper thin freaking piece of paper and it somehow got multiple pages. Look at that. You must be reading a brochure or something. But, you know, it's like when I went to school, you know, the history is mostly focused, you know, on British history. You know, you get like the Tudor dynasty, stuff like that. But you don't really get a full picture of all history because it's impossible to cram that into, you know, a single class, really, is it? It's like you'd have to specifically seek out certain types of history because otherwise you're just never gonna hear about it. It's like when it comes to history of other countries, you'd be like, eh? It's like, you know, in the US, I imagine learned a lot about, like, you know, the Civil War and all that stuff. Over here, I don't remember learning anything about the American Civil War because, you know, why it was basically the equivalent of, okay, they won the War of Independence from the British, which, you know, British history. Technically part of British history, but I don't really remember learning much of anything about that at all. It's just kind of like, I don't know. Hey, there's a lot of British history and I don't think got covered, honestly. It's like, what about all those crazy wars with France over the centuries, you know? Like the 100-Year War and crazy shit like that. It's like, what the fuck happened there? Like, I know, you know, you got all the Catholic, Protestant shit and all that. A lot of wild shit that happens. And that's just localized history, you know, man. You incorporate the entire world's history and it gets chaotic. You're quite interesting people, Emily. Learn, May. Feel free to come ask big questions anytime. You know, once you attend another one of my classes. Talk to everyone on the staff. I say we go give our mom a visit and then get back on the road. But we're gonna need to have a change of sorts. Whoa, holy shit, that's a help. Forgot about that. I can glide. Wonder what? I mean, they don't think at all. They're just generic NPCs. They only got like one dialogue with that, so of course I'm gonna be like, what the hell is that up there? You know what? I wonder if we could actually jump over the wall. Yeah, we could. Who needs to use gates? Gates for losers. It's exactly like the freaking Team Star stuff all over again. It's like, no, you're not allowed to jump over the wall. It's illegal. Wall jumping not allowed. I guess we allow it, but you have to exit through the gate as well. It's been a while since we've been over here. Like 40 odd parts even. What's it? Oh, it's that thing. How did I miss that? And that? Did they just things just spawn randomly, or have I just never... Well... I guess maybe I just never actually went up. Whoa, easy there. Wait, if I've never been over here, then have I not battled you? Hiking's real simple. You're gonna kick my ass because I'm so low level compared to you now. Tell you all you need to know about hiking. Move 1, work those legs. Move 2, work those legs. Roller coaster. So we could encounter Roller Coaster a lot earlier on. It's like, sorry man, but you're gonna get destroyed. This is what would happen if you started at the toughest gym and worked your way back. It's like, wow, this feels really anticlimactic. You want to know the third and fourth rules? There are none. It's all legs, kiddo. I got grasshopper legs. And I'm not really good with walking or standing for too long. Climbing mountains means tackling some slopes. I'm sure even a kiddo like you can make it up a hill like the one leading into Mescosa Drive. Who needs legs when we've got wheels? We could have encountered a Chuckle this early, or did I? I can't remember. Right to the tree! Whoa! No. Revive. It's a whooper. I still haven't caught a whooper. I'll catch this one. Whooper. Come with me if you want to live. Wasn't there a trainer that wanted a whooper? They were in Mescosa, but we've already left Mescosa and I can't be bothered going back anywhere. This has been added to Pokedex. Poison fish Pokemon, poison ground type instead of water type this time around. Pelgian form, it's dangerous for Hoopers to travel alone. They line up in groups of 3 or 4 and help each other as they walk around the wetlands. Height 1.4, weighs 24.3 pounds. Well, that one was kind of separate from the pack, that's why I got caught. Then a giant quagshire shows up and belly flops us to death. I mean, really, it does make sense now. You know, at this point in the game when we were last year, it was like, okay, let's finally get to the plot, I guess, and not wander around. Mostly influenced by the fact that Flamigo or whatever just absolutely destroyed my ass that one time. Lucario? No, not Lucario. How have you these pronounced? How you doing? Are you rare? Just hanging out with the birds, huh? That's gonna leave you be. It's like, you realize how rare that is? You realize how rare that is? I don't know, man. I don't know if it's like really rare for them to appear or what, but you know, I kind of feel bad if I try to catch this one because, you know, and look at those little deer things. They're judging me, man. They're like, he's our friend, back off, or she's our friend. We don't actually know if they're male or female. It doesn't matter. Hey, wait a minute. Have I caught you? Wait, what's that? Have I caught that thing? Trouble with this is, you know, if I open the Pokédex to check, by the time I get out of the Pokédex, they despawn. Are you being defensive? Well, I'm gonna give it a shot anyway. And the way the Pokédex moves like this is just like, it fucks with the eyes, man. I can't really concentrate on where it is. For all I know, I could have gone past it. Yay, we're Whooper Brigades! Actually, where are Whooper found overall in this area? Only down here, interestingly. What about their father? He can be found in the area somewhere. He's looking pretty different. It's like I fell over and I can't get back up, so I evolved to be lying down at all times. Have I really gotten past it, or what? I must have. How do I... Let's see. I can't even remember what it was called. Go from A to Z. And... it was sell something. No, it's not. There it is, salad. Oh yeah, keep it like that. And now put it in numerical order. Yeah, I haven't got this one. Well, it's a bit far from its destination, isn't it? I thought I was gonna be like, and it's gone. But no, you're still here. You're a lot smaller than I would have thought, honestly. Just trying to be very subtle and just so that we can have the excuse of, oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. I'll kill you. Oh god, you're actually high level. It makes sense, yeah. It's like, this is why you don't venture up here in the room. It's like a U-turn. Oh no! You can incinerate a tortoise. Now this is gonna make it harder to catch because it's fully involved. So I'm just gonna round it out these like the noise. Imagine if they just fell off the cliff. It's like, I'd rather die. And another thing that is, it's making me think of that one lioness from the Lion King 2. I forget what it was called. If you've seen the Lion King 2, you probably know why I thought that. Possibly, you know, with the whole cliff behind this thing. You know what? Now I gotta know, what was the name of that bloody lion anyway? What was the name? Zero or something like that. And the Oxyglucid Pokemon Potion Flight Type 1-2's allies on the meat. They will use their pheromone gas to fight over the males in each other's group. Height something, weighs 48.9 pounds. Oh god, didn't give it a nickname. 1.11. All that, I was gonna give you the name Zyra, but I kind of was trying to get the text off the screen too quickly, so... Oh well, doesn't matter.